All right. So, dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you, Lord, for this day that you have given us. We thank you so much just for a fresh start, this fresh start that we feel at the beginning of every new year. Lord, we thank you so much for the amazing year that you gave us. So many of us were here with this amazing company and this amazing team in the year 2018, and we just feel so blessed to be here in the year 2019. Lord, help us to remember how much of a blessing this business is and can be for our family. Thank you so much for reminding us in this moment how much of a gem and how much of a jewel it is for us to have something so amazing in the palm of our hands. Lord, give us the confidence, give us the strength and the wisdom, the discernment, the knowledge, and just the strength to know that we are here for a reason. You didn't put us here on accident. We are here on purpose. So help us to just go forth this year with a new, fresh mindset, a renewed mindset, and help us to remember why we're here. We're here to serve. We're here to help. And Lord, help us to just go forth with servant hearts, to build servant leaders, so that we can be pleasing to you, Lord God. We praise you. We thank you for this amazing meeting that we're going to have. We ask that you lead it. I ask that you lead and guide my tongue, my thoughts. I ask that you allow everybody to leave here with all their questions answered, feeling ready, pumped up, and ready to go. We thank you, Lord, in advance for all these things. In Jesus' name, pray, amen.
Amen.
All right. So I'm going to mute everybody just because we're getting some feedback. Okay. So first things first, let's talk about this time of year, okay? So if you've been here before for a new year, you know how special this time of year is. And when we say this year is so special, so many of you all may already be experiencing it right now. I know Sharon signed 2 LCs today. I just signed an LC right before the call. I have so many appointments tomorrow and on Friday. And I have people who are interested in the business that I haven't even responded yet to because it's just so much going on right now. So many people are coming from the right and from the left. So I want you all to really, truly give yourself a fresh start right now. If you are holding on to any limiting thoughts, any limiting beliefs, anything that you may have felt last year in 2018, I want you to allow yourself to release it right here on this call. I do not want you to leave this call carrying anything that you were carrying when you came here, okay? If you do not release the things that you may have felt, you will continue to feel those things and you will not accomplish the things that you need to accomplish. Many times when things don't go the way that we want them to go, we immediately try to just back down. We go into our shell. But I'm just here to remind you today that when you back into your shell and you do not do what it is that you set out to do, and you're going back into that safe place, nothing gets done there. Nothing is accomplished there. So remember why you're here. I want you to take a second and just think about what are your goals for this year. At the end of last year, we did a lot of talk about goal setting and just mastering goal setting and thinking about the things that we wanted to do. Many of us did vision boards. If you have not done a vision board yet, it's not too late. Mine is not complete yet. I'm working on it, but it's not done yet, and it's okay. Merlane is having a party, I believe, mid-month for a vision board party. I have another friend who's doing one at the end of this month. So know that if you did not get it done yet, it is not too late. All right. So get your mind right. You guys, we always say that this business is 80% mindset and 20% skill. So if you know that you are struggling or you have been struggling in your business, I can guarantee you that it is your mindset. Most times it is your mindset that you're really struggling with. So this year, we're going to start off with a positive mindset. We're going to lay those burdens down that we've been carrying. We're going to lay down all the excuses and get rid of those excuses and know that this is a very special time in our company. So right now, so many people are wanting to get healthier. They're wanting to lose weight. Some people are wanting to just become more financially stable. And you guys, this is so special because you're here. You're right here with the best company ever, and you're able to share these products with other people. if you're not posting, if you're not posting about the business and you're not posting about the products, that's step number one. You have to let people know what it is that you're doing. So don't let this special time pass you by because you're still stuck on what happened last month or the month before that, okay? So first things first is to just really understand the special place that you're in and get your mind right, set those goals. The promotions that are going on right now, let's talk about those really quick. I know some people have had questions. I'm not going to go into too much detail about the guaranteed because I did a live video in the Dream Team page, a very quick video. So if you want to know more information about that, you can go and watch that video. For time's sake, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but with the, I know somebody wrote on here to go over the $49 promotion. So the join with a friend promotion, you don't have to join with a friend to get the discount. If you were to go and sign someone up right now and they had nobody to sign up with them, they could still get the $49 discount. So it's basically, you want to encourage people to think about if they have a friend that they would like to join in with them, but they don't have to, okay? In that kit, they get the same things that have been going out, the 4 wraps, the energy, the keto energy, keto coffee, greens, and the defining gel, okay? Still get that, still get the shopping spree. All that stuff still remains the same. The Thermo Fight X was just released. It is a vegan product. I learned that yesterday, that it is a vegan product, and it has some special ingredients. Let me look at it to make sure I pronounce it right. That Thermo Fight does not have. Thermo Fight is going to be removed eventually from our line of products, and Thermo Fight X is going to take the place of it. And so with this product that I'm looking for the name of, let's see, Phytosome. So Phytosome is a product that research has shown that when people use that product, and that is the product that is inside Thermo Fight X, that they are able to lose on average 31 pounds over a course of 3 months. So that's huge, you guys. To be able to back a product like that with those type of claims is a huge thing. So I'm going to talk to you guys in just a minute about how you can upsell. It's not very different from what we typically do, but just to kind of remind you all of how you can kind of make the best out of this new product and to upsell it. The guaranteed, basically how that is going to work, I just explained it very simply to a potential DT. The company is guaranteeing that you can make up to $3,000 within the first 3 months of your business. But I always tell people, it's not that you don't have to do anything. Like, there are stipulations that come along with it. But if you follow the steps to success, you follow what you're being coached to do, you will be able to see that success, and you'll be able to meet the criteria to meet the guarantee promotion. So that is that. Again, I've gone over all 3 of those, or not all 3, but all of those things on the page, including the Live Fit app. Okay, so go check it out. If you type in, let me see. Oh, my other sister's here. What was that under? I'll look it up, you guys, and see if I can find this live video, and then I can send the link to it in the group in case someone needs to see it. Okay. Any questions so far about that? Anybody have questions? So one of your distributors said that she received only the body applicator during the holiday on her kit. So they have been saying that some of the kits, it's basically while supplies last, but what I would recommend her do is just call customer service and see if that was a mistake. That's what I would recommend for that. Any questions about those things, y'all? Okay. If you do, you can just put it there. So I'm going to go ahead and move forward. So a lot of you guys, I see when I look at these questions, I think that what I'm about to say is going to kind of apply to this. We're going to talk about consistency and getting yourself organized and scheduling out your day and all that good stuff. So one thing that I would tell you all, when I was working full time with my, thank you, sister. Thank you. When I was working full time, I just did what I had to do. Okay. So sometimes we just overthink it. And I really looked at my day. Like I stopped watching TV. I made sacrifices during times like right now. That's what I want you all to think about is what kind of sacrifices are you willing to make over the next 3 to 5 months? Because January to May, those are like the biggest, that is like the season with our company. So being that I knew that I was going to sacrifice maybe hanging out as much as I typically do. It was me waking up earlier in the morning to make sure that I got a power hour in before I went to work. I just made it work, y'all. Like anytime I was in the car, I rarely listened to music. It was me calling people, fulfilling my appointments, talking to people about products and about the business. And on my lunch break, I didn't have lunches with my coworkers. I went out to my car and I signed up customers. When I picked up my daughter from daycare, I would sit in the parking lot for 30 minutes before I went inside and got her, just so that I can get those customers enrolled. Or if I could go home and work for an hour and then go and pick her up because I was on a teacher schedule. So I got off work at 3 o'clock. I would go home, work for an hour, and then pick her up by like 4:30, 5 o'clock. Sometimes I wouldn't pick her up until 5:30, 6 o'clock. But guess what? That was a season of sacrifice. So that's the one thing that I want you all to really think about is how bad do you want it? How bad do you truly, truly want it? Those times, was that time super easy? And was I just, on cloud nine all the time? Absolutely not. Like there were days where I cried. There were days where I was frustrated. There were days when I was tired. But I had my goal in mind and there was nothing that was going to stop me. If you were here last year, you knew like it was beast mode. It was beast mode because I knew what I wanted. I knew specifically what it would take. I knew specifically what I had to do. And I was willing to make those sacrifices and make it happen. So again, it kind of goes back to your why. When you really truly know why you're here, you will do whatever you got to do to make things work. So think about where you're spending your extra time. At the same time, make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Make sure that, and I'm going to be, y'all know I'm very bold about this, make sure that you have your quiet time with God so that you can hear whatever it is that he's needing for you to hear, needing for you to listen to and to move on, and make those sacrifices. So we're going to do a 21-day challenge. And one of those things with that challenge is to get up at 5:15 every morning, except for Saturday and Sunday. And at our vision board party the other day, it was crazy because all of the panelists, like none of them are in the business except for me. And they all talked about the power of waking up by 5:30 in the morning. The most successful people are up between 5 and 5:15 or 5:30 in the morning. So why shouldn't we do that? If we don't have time to work our businesses because we're busy, why can't we wake up earlier to work our business and get that quiet time? Set your wins for the day. Start your wins early in the morning. This morning when I did my power hour, I put my phone down for like an hour afterwards. When I came back to my phone, I had like 6 potential LCs in my inbox. And it was such a fresh reminder of why it's so important to do those early morning power hours. So last year I was very open, very loud about 4:45 a.m. power hours. However, we're not doing that this year. We're going to do 6 a.m. power hours. And I'm going to challenge you guys who decide to do the 21-day challenge to wake up at 5:15 to journal, to pray, to do a devotional, do whatever it is that you want to do to have that quiet time for yourself. And then at 6 o'clock, let's do a power hour together. If you're on a different time zone, that's totally fine. You can do the exact same thing with your time zone if you'd like to, whatever works for you. But I just really want to challenge you guys to do that. Because it will, if you want to know how you can be successful in this business, if you want to know how our team just totally lit a fire last year, this was one of the biggest ways, okay? And if you've had success with early morning power hours, please go ahead and put in the chat how much of a difference it made for you and your business. Scheduling. So again, one of the things that I like to do with scheduling is to just schedule out my day from start to finish. I like to go ahead and input the things for my family for the week that we need to do. And then I like to put in my self-care time. And then when I was working, I would put in my work schedule, and then I would put in my business time that I was going to work my business. So every part of my day has a place. It has somewhere to go. There is no downtime that's just lingering. If I have downtime, if I'm gonna go and sit up with my feet up and just listen to nothing and just enjoy the peace and quiet in my house, then that's on my schedule. And this really helps to keep me organized, and it helps to keep me accountable. And when I do this, I have the most productive days. So if you're somebody who really struggles with consistency, who really struggles with scheduling and finding time to work your business, you may want to do something like that, because it's really going to show you where your holes are in your day, and you can make adjustments like that. If you look at your day and you see that you spend like 2 hours a day on watching TV, TV is not going to help you reach your goals right now. It's just not. And it may have to be a short-term sacrifice that you have to make in order to reach your goals. There was something else that I was going to say about scheduling. I don't remember. Maybe it'll come back to me. But I wanted to mention that because I know a lot of people want to know, like, I was talking to somebody earlier today, and they just want to know, well, how do I get myself organized as far as scheduling? Another thing too is that when you're cooking, when you are in the shower, when you are in the car, when you are getting dressed, those are times that you can be doing self-development. If you're not doing self-development of some kind every single day, you're going to suffer in this business. You're going to lose your drive. You're going to lose your focus. You're going to lose your momentum and your inspiration. So don't let that slip through the cracks this year, you guys. This month, every single day, make it a point. Even if you feel like you don't need any motivation, you do. You really, really do. Because life can hit out of nowhere. And if you keep yourself up, you're going to be okay. Yes, Nashika, you definitely need it. I'm just reading the comments. And I think another thing with the scheduling and with waking up early, I know one thing that I'm going to be super intentional about is actually going to bed at a decent time. Last year, I literally worked myself like way too hard. Would be to bed at like 11, 12 o'clock at night and up at 4:45. And I did that for so long. And I know that was because of a lack of trust. I was trying to do way too much. And I don't want to encourage you guys to do that. I want you all to make sure that you get like your 7 or 8 hours of sleep at night, so that you can be your best self and that you can be healthy, because sleep is important. But again, I do think it's important to go ahead and wake up a little bit earlier. When is that starting? We'll probably give it a start tomorrow. We can do that. What I'll do is I'm going to create a group chat and I'll put the link in the Dream Team chat, and then you all can join with us. And what I'm going to do with the 20-day challenge is every day we're going to have something like a list of things that we're going to do together. And you guys, this is going to be a push. And if you come into this group, I'm not going to let you slack and just fall off. So if I see you slacking, I'm going to pop up in your inbox or text you and be like, hey, what's going on? I'm going to be your annoying accountability partner. And we're going to share why we're doing this. We're going to share why we need this, because that is what's going to keep us going and keep us close and attached. Okay? Yes, Natalie. All right, so let's keep on moving. So take some time tonight to get yourself organized. I want you all to try. If you've never done like a schedule for yourself, I want you to just try tomorrow. I want you to take some time tonight and look at your day and plan out your day for tomorrow. Make a priority list. Figure out the things that you absolutely need to get done tomorrow for your business. Is it some people that you need to follow up with? Do you have no host to post out right now? Do you need to do your chart? Do you need to print out your chart and your steps to success so that you can be prepared? Figure out the things that you need to do and go from there. But get that done, y'all. If you need help, please put that in the chat. Say you're confused, say that you don't understand, whatever. And you might have to, Ray. You just have to go to bed a little bit earlier. Okay. Choose your power hours. That's another part that's really important right now. This month, what we're going to have is 6 a.m. and 10 p.m. power hours daily. Our leaders are sacrificing to make sure that you have those things that you can plug into. So make sure that you take advantage of that, you guys. And even if you can't make those power hours, you can do power hours by yourself. I really try to remember to put what I do in my power hours in the group chat, so that whenever you do wake up or whenever you do have time, you can go back and do those things. Another tip for people who are super busy is to plan out your posts. If you can't wake up in the morning, maybe for whatever reason, that's just not going to work for you. I don't even want to claim that. You can do them the night before. Some people like to plan out their posts the night before, but on our 6 a.m. power hours every morning, that's the first thing that we do is plan out our posts for the day. And it really helps to just, and when you're busy, you already have that done. You don't have to worry about that part. Okay, so next, charts and steps to success. This is very simple. Everybody needs to have their charts printed and steps to success printed by Friday, okay? That's 2 days to get that done. The reason why it's so important to have your chart printed is you need to know what it is that you need. Our team has seen some transitions over the last few months, and we've had a lot of new distributors come in. All these things have happened. We need to make sure we have a good idea of what we need, okay? Now, when we talk about charting, one thing that this is a complete sidebar, but I hope everyone is listening very, very closely to this. If you are charting, you should not be doing it by yourself, okay? You should be doing that with your sponsor, with your leader. You should be doing that. I still to this day, I still get help with my charting from somebody that's in a higher rank than me, or some of my mentors in the business. I still get help with those things. I never know everything about charting. And it's not that you're not capable. It's just that when two people put their minds together, you may think of something that, say you're one of my personally enrolled team members and you signed 2 distributors and I'm helping you with charting. It's not that you're not competent or you're not capable. It's just that it's very important for us to think about things together, because it is a teachable moment. It's a process that's really, really special, because one day you're going to need to be able to teach your distributors to do the same and understand why you do the things that you do. So customers, when you are signing customers, you should be talking to your personally enrolled sponsor about where those customers should go, if you should keep them or if they should be moved to help you to reach a promotion. You guys, I hope you all hear this. You should be talking to your sponsor about charting, period. Moving customers, moving distributors, okay?
Sit.
Everybody have that? Everybody understand?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so y'all, everybody feel like that's doable? Chart steps to success. I love to get my charts printed at Office Depot and get them laminated and blown up, and I put them in my office. I like to print out charts for my team. You can also use Charting Beta to create charts for yourself and for your team. So make sure you're doing that if you want to stay ahead of the game. Okay, so newbies, let's talk about newbies when we are signing our new distributor. So right now we're in this big season of, we're going to see a big boom in our team. I can feel it in my bones. It's about to go down. So we really want to make sure that everybody is on the same page. So I want to take a second to just show you all where your newbie training guide is. And you want to do not reinvent the wheel on this, you guys. Make sure you're taking advantage of the newbie training calls that Latilia and Natalie are doing. Also, Heather is going to help with some newbie power hours. So you want to make sure that you are getting people on those calls. When you have new distributors, you want to stick close to them. You want to make sure that they have what they need. You should be talking to them, if not every day, like every other day, at least via text. You cannot assume that people are going to work the way that you're going to work, that their needs are the same as yours. For me, when I came in, I didn't need a whole lot of help. But I know that everybody is not like Jasmine. Everybody's not like Heather, like Burgundy, like Joy, like Natalie, like all these different people. Everybody's needs are a little bit different. Everybody is different type of learners. Some people have never been entrepreneurs before. I had a little bit of entrepreneurial background. And my color personality is totally different from somebody like Natalie, who asks 10 million questions, okay? I love you, Natalie. So you have to know that your people that you have, they're not gonna be the same as you. So you wanna take some time over the next couple of days and maybe go back to studying the color personalities, really understanding how people function. I love you, Nat. How people function and how they learn, and then being gracious and being patient and helping people however way they need to be helped. Their drive may not be the same as yours. That doesn't mean that they are a bad distributor or somebody who you don't want to work with. Okay, so take advantage of your resources. Let me look at the Google Drive so that I can show you all this form so that you can know what to do to train your newbie. When in doubt, reach out to your sponsor, myself, one of the other leaders, and we can definitely help you. Let me see where it is. Okay, there it is. So let me share my screen. You guys, the Google Drive is still live and popping. Shout out to Trinita, who originally created the Google Drive. Training. Under training, there is it under trainings? Yes, right here. Newbie training guide for sponsors. So when you go here, everything that you need is here, you guys. Anybody not know about this? It was just created in November. So it's okay if you don't. But I want you all to know that this is here. I shared it in the groups, so you should have it. But if you don't, it's okay. Now you know exactly where it is. So take some time to read over that and use that as a guide. All right. Yes, set reminders for yourself to remind your newbies about the newbie trainings. Yes. So you guys, honestly, and you can't, I know a lot of us have like group chats for our newbies and stuff like that. Especially with newbies, you got to remember they've never done anything like this most times. They really don't know how to organize their time. They're still trying to figure out their way. If you're somebody right now if you've been in the business for months and you're still struggling with time management, imagine how a brand new person may feel coming in. So I text them, like, even though I may put it in the group chat, I text them to remind them of calls. And I don't do that like all the time for everybody, but I do it for my newbies. So just remember that one-on-one communication is still the best way to communicate, especially with your new distributors. Okay. So let's talk about, let's move forward a little bit and talk a little bit about daily activities, just some reminders. So everybody, I really want you all to kind of think about a goal. Trinita did this last year. Trinita, I think you should do it again, just saying. She did a goal as far as followers, like who would gain the most followers over a certain amount of time. And it really pushed all of us. I know I went from like 5,000 or 6,000 followers to 10,000 plus followers in like 2 months, 2 or 3 months. And it was a total game changer when I really understood the impact of that. So if you're seeing that you're not getting as many likes, or the same people are liking your posts, or you're not getting much feedback on your posts, it's 2 things probably. You're not engaging with other people, and then you're talking to the same people over and over again. I can't tell you guys how many times I would go on an adding spree, and then I would get a customer just from one of those people that I've added. So just as you feel like posting is important for your business, see adding to your network, hold it at the same caliber, okay? It's the same level of importance for you to add to your network as it is to posting and messaging, okay? So add to your network. It's very simple. It's not hard at all. You also want to post every day. Every day, you want to be active in your stories and on your page. You also want to message and get people to host a post for you and message your likes. What else am I forgetting? Your self-development. Again, we talked about that already. And just keep your stories popping, y'all. When you think about social media, remember that people want to know who you are. They want to be connected to you. And I know so many of you all, last year we talked about those 5 things that you want to focus on with your page. I want you all right now to go ahead and share those with us. What are going to be your focuses on your social media for the year of 2019? Is it going to be fashion? Is it going to be food? Is it going to be mom life? Is it going to be married life? Is it going to be maybe you're a bookworm, you're going to share the books that you're reading? Is it that you are into fitness and you're going to talk about health? What is it? What is it that you are going to focus on your social media? Who are you going to be? What is your brand going to represent? How are people going to connect to you? Remember, they're going to connect to you first. It's the best advice that I can give you guys in terms of your social media. Did I forget a daily activity? Definitely want to update your charts. Ouch. What else? Y'all let me know if I forgot anything. Branding, opportunity posts. So how do you guys feel right now about your opportunity posts? How are those going?
I think mine are going okay. Jazz, with the last one that you saw, I'm standing in the denim and white. I got a lot of feedback on that one, a lot of attention for that one, because I'm in the process of rebranding myself anyways for my writing and things of that nature. So I saw somebody said it was going to put, like, they're focusing on being a mompreneur, and that's what I'm focusing on, just letting people know I wear many hats. So my op post is getting a lot of attention, and I do get asked a lot of questions like, so what is it that you do? And if I decide to do this, you know, how's it work? So I'm working on some PDTs behind the scenes.
Awesome. Great. So for those of you all who feel like you're doing good with your opportunity posts, what do you think has helped you with that?
I think being vulnerable, basically telling your stories. Like I tell the team not to copy and paste, but make it your own. Just share your story, share yourself. Like that's how I feel my opportunity post has been working for me.
Great. Burgundy said the same thing, like transparency. Latoya said the same thing, being authentic. And guys, I know that a lot of people, I always say this every few months because there are new people that are here. A lot of people are like, well, I haven't seen much success in this business yet. Like, I don't really know what to say. And I will tell you guys that I understand. I was once a new distributor. I didn't sign my first distributor until like I think my third month into the business. And maybe second, I can't remember, second or third month into the business. And I was talking about it. I was throwing my goals out there like it was no tomorrow. Like I was talking about what this business was going to do for me. And I believed it with everything in me. And I just talked about it. I told the same old story over and over again in a different way. People love stories. People love to go on a journey with you. And one of the things that helped me when I was thinking about opportunity posts and really trying to figure it out is I would look at the leaders. I would look at the leaders. I would look at other top leaders in the company, and I would follow their lead. I would really try to understand, like, what is it that they're doing? How are they making such great posts? And I realized that many of them could turn any post into an opportunity post. And so that was always my goal. Like, no matter what picture I'm looking at on my phone, how can I turn this into an opportunity post? And it's an art to it. But once you get it, you get it. And so use your resources. I remember finding a couple of people that I really liked. Like I liked their style of posting. I love their pictures. I love their wording. It really was similar to things that I wanted to say. And I would use those as guides to create my own post. So think about that. Remember, on the Dream Team page, there is a whiteboard full of different ideas for your opportunity post. And speaking of, let's go back for just a second to scheduling. So if you find that you have a very hard time scheduling or figuring out posts, knowing what to post, all of those things, one thing that has helped me tremendously is to create a plan for the month. So tonight, if you would like to, this is a recommendation. Of course, everything is a recommendation. I would recommend taking some time and writing down January 3rd through January 31st. Write down what you're going to talk about for the opportunity, what you're going to talk about for as far as products. Opportunity could be Freedom Friday. You feature one of the leaders on the page or somebody who's working hard in their business. Tomorrow, it could be that you're going to talk about where you're working your business at. The next day after or Saturday, it could be how you're able to work your business and still have time to spend with your family without having to get a second job or get a weekend job. So every day, write something. And y'all, when I write out that plan, like there are multiple days where I talk about where I'm working my business. There are multiple times where I'm talking about how I did a training call for the team. It goes into rotation. It's not a fresh idea every single day of the month. So I would recommend that. Very, 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 very helpful. I love you guys' branding things that you're going to be talking about. I love these. Okay. Okay, so for 2019, I was talking to Trinita about this today. When I first started in my business, y'all, like I was on every single call. Like I was so connected to the team. And I really believe that that helped me to understand the business more. It was always fresh, new information that was given. And if I did not get on, this is how dedicated I was to like being connected. If something came up, I would let my sponsor know, like, hey, I'm going out to eat tonight with my family. I'm not going to be able to make it, but I'll definitely watch the replay once you guys post it. I can count on my hands how many times I missed calls with my sponsors or with my sponsor and her leader. It was just a thing. Like I needed to stay close to the fire. I needed that information. I craved that information. I wanted to be a contributor to the team. I wanted to pay attention because I knew one day I would have my own team, and I wanted my own team to show up for our training calls. So I want you all to understand that every call that we have, it is for your benefit. The whole schedule is out there for the month. If you can help it, try to be present for the calls that we have. They are for your benefit, and they are here to support you as you are growing in your business. You all know, I'm pretty sure you all know, I know for me, if I miss a call, like say tonight, if I had to cancel for some reason and I asked somebody to host a call for me, the whole time while I'm doing whatever I needed to do, like I would be like, oh my gosh, I wonder how everybody's doing. I wonder what we're talking about. I wonder what we're sharing tonight. What are we learning? And I think that I really want us to all get to that place where we're just hungry to be connected and to be able to get the tools that we need to grow our business. So stay connected in the group, stay connected with the team calls, get on the power hours if you can, hop on those webinars, whatever it is that you feel like you need to do. All right, I'm almost done, y'all, I promise. So Monday night calls, they're going to start back up next week. I'm so excited about those. I can't wait to hang out with you all. So those will start at 6:30 on Monday. So I need to go and put those in on the team page because I did not do that yet. We're going to have, and those are by ranks. So 6:30 to 7 is DTs, 7:15 to 7:45 is executives, and it goes on from there. Webinars are going to be twice a week. We're going to have those twice a week. So if you have a PDT that you need to get information to, and we can, as things go along, you all know that we're flexible. If you feel like it would be helpful to have more because you have a lot of potential, like if you don't have no potential, don't come messaging me talking about you need more webinars. You got to have some people, and then we can talk about possibly adding more. But for right now, we're going to keep it there. And if you need to get on three-way with your sponsor, definitely reach out to them. But we really should be getting to a place where you all are confident and you know how to explain what it is that you do and do it confidently and know exactly what you're talking about. So if you feel like you're struggling with that, you definitely want to hop on the webinars and be a part of those. So for Facebook Live, so we're going to have Thursdays are going to be our like Facebook event and live days. So every other Thursday, it'll alternate. So one Thursday will be a Facebook event. The following Thursday will be a Facebook Live with like multiple people talking. Like tomorrow is going to be a Facebook event. The next Facebook event may not be like as big as this one that we're having tomorrow, but it'll be something similar to that. So keep your eyes out for that. Those are great resources to bring your potentials to. And then we're going to have our Tuesday calls every other week. And we're going to have our DT of the week. We're going to continue to do that. Thank you so much to Trinita, who's been spearheading that movement. And then we're also going to continue with the 400 PBV Club this month. All right. So before I start answering questions that you all have placed in the comments, I just want to say, you guys, to make a decision. Make a decision right now what you want this month to look like for you, what you want this year to look like for you. If your goals are something that you can totally see yourself doing, then they're not big enough. I want you to take it a step further. Dream a little bit bigger. And just make a decision that nothing is going to get in the way of whatever that goal is, whatever it is that you are working hard for. There's nothing that's going to stop you. Okay? Ashley Goggins said this, and I'll never forget it. If you say that your kids are your why, if your kids are the reason why you go so hard, do not make excuses. If you make excuses, do not use your kids as your why. Do not even mention their names when you say that they're your why, if you know you're not going to show up for your kids. That's tough. That's hard for me to even say, but it's so true. So just remember that. What are you going to do differently this month that you haven't done in the past few months? What are you going to do differently? If you've been here for a while, when you were rocking and rolling, even if that was last month, what were you doing? What was working for you? Go back to the basics of what works for you. Why are you going to do it? We just talked about that. What is your why? Why do you need for this to happen? What do you have to lose if you don't get things done that you know you need to get done? Who are your runners? Who on your team are the people that you know are gonna run with you? You don't want to be dragging people during this season. They say that they want this, but their actions don't line up. Yes, you can be there for them. Yes, you can support them, but you really, really want to identify your runners. And then we want to be runners for our teams. So are you a runner? If you want to be a runner, are you moving like a runner, or are you semi-running, or are you kind of walking, jogging in place? Let me see. Who will you help promote this month? This is one of my favorites. Many times we get stuck in this business, we don't get where we want to go because we're stuck on just ourselves. So you got to connect yourself to something bigger than just you. So who are you going to attach to and help this month? Whose goals are you going to attach yourself to? All right. So let me just go through these really quick. Yeah, you guys, so even if you have to take like tomorrow to organize yourself, Joy, I'm reading yours. Organizing is my biggest obstacle right now. So even if you have to take like half of a day to just organize your thoughts, organize what it is that you need to do and write out a game plan, y'all take time to do that. There's nothing wrong with taking time to get yourself organized. If you have to miss a couple message blasts, or if you have to miss the following session that you needed to do tomorrow morning just to get yourself together, do that. If you do not do that, you're going to run around like a chicken with your head cut off, and you're just going to be crazy. You're going to lose your mind. My biggest struggle has been getting back in the game. Okay, so someone else said this too, Jaleesa. So what I want you to say, I know you probably, this is not what you probably want to hear, but just do it, okay? So if you feel like your posting has been off, you don't know what to say. I remember after my dad's surgery, I had not posted for a couple of days, and I was like, I don't really know what to say. Coming back after a couple of days of not posting, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just post like nothing happened. I'm just gonna come back in and post, and that's exactly what I did. So that's what I want you all to do. Many times we are just worried about what other people are gonna say. Like, oh, she been gone, she back working her business. Yeah, I am back working my business. So don't worry about that. Just get it done. Just do whatever it is that you need to do to get back started with your business. Get your game plan in place. Those key things: adding to your network, messaging, posting, post to post, being active in your stories. Just do those things. Just do it. And you guys, even this is a big one. Some of us may feel like, well, I just really don't feel like doing things. I don't feel like posting today. I don't feel like messaging. I don't feel. Well, our goals and our dreams don't have feelings. They don't. So even when you don't feel like it, you have to remember why you're here, and you have to push through it anyway. Okay? Execution, that comes along with accountability. So if you feel like you're having a hard time with executing what you say you're going to do, you really might want to look into an accountability partner. I was supposed to connect you guys from the last Monday calls, and I realized today that I never followed through with that. I apologize about that. So what we can do is we can go into the group chat, and you guys can just kind of, if you want to just ask, say, I need an accountability partner, and you guys just match up with one another. You can message one another if you want to ask if you see somebody who's moving and shaking and you want to link with them, you guys can do that. And if you need help, just reach out to me or your sponsor, and we can help you with that. But I think it's good for you all to just step out and be brave enough to ask each other if you can be accountability partners and create those relationships. Reaching out to individuals in my new area. So reaching out to people in your new area, one way to do that if you run a social media based business is to start adding people in your area. You can go to like business Instagram pages and follow people who follow those pages. Use geotags. Use geotags with your Facebook posts. That's your location, your Facebook post, your Instagram post, and you can look at those and you can see other people in the area. You also can add, once you start getting people in your area, you can add their friends and you can kind of build up a network that way. Ayana, I'm glad you said that about getting people on the phone. That's going to be key, y'all. So with this, that's what I need to tell y'all. So with the post that I posted yesterday that Merlane posted, I shared what I sent to all of those people. Once they tell me that they're interested in hearing more about the business, I don't say nothing else to them via Messenger. All I say is, what time are you available? These are the times that I have. And I let them choose what time they want me to call them, and I get on the phone. I ask them to tell me about their goals. What is their lifestyle like? Are you drinking water? What are you eating? Do you exercise? And I go ahead and tell them about ThermoFight X, but I also tell them about the detox. I tell them about fat fighters. I told them about the green. So I'm still pushing the quad, but I'm letting them know also about the ThermoFight X as well and how that's really going to help them reach their goals. So my biggest struggle is trying to stay focused after multiple no's and no likes interactions from my posts. Okay. So again, I hope, Odina, that helped you with my advice from earlier. How many followers do you have? How many friends do you have on Facebook? And you also want to check your posts. Make sure that your posts are not spammy. Make sure that your posts are clean, that they're inviting. Make sure that you're engaging on other people's posts. When you do that, people are going to come back and comment on your post as well. Make sure that you're not posting just about the business. Make sure that you're getting hosted posts out there, because even if your posts aren't getting many likes, okay, but your hosted posts are, like, you're getting those out, and those are working very well. So I would say to not get discouraged by no's. No's mean they're not saying no to you, they're saying no to themselves. So you cannot take no's personally in this business. You cannot allow the no's to discourage you. You have to keep pushing. You have to keep posting, because people, even though they don't react to your post, they see you posting. They see it. So you just have to do what you're supposed to do. Over the last couple of weeks on the Monday, or not the last couple of weeks, a few weeks ago on the Monday night calls, what did we talk about, y'all? Anybody remember what we talked about in terms of doing what you can do and controlling what you can control? Anybody remember?
I think it's that we just supposed to do our part, and we can't control if people answer the phone. We can't control if they buy the product. We're just supposed to do what we're supposed to do and be okay with that we did what we were supposed to do.
Exactly. So really looking at, I forget how we worded it, but it was like a specific word that I used. You just really checking your productivity and knowing that that's all that you can control. You can't make people say yes. You can't make people buy a product. You can't make people answer the phone when you call, just like Ayana said. But if you know at the end of the day that you did your best, that's all you can do. And so what I recommend again is to get your followers up, add more friends, be very diligent about adding friends every single day, and just keep working. Just keep going and being proud of yourself. You can't being proud of yourself and getting discouraged, those can't coexist. So at the end of the day, if you know you did what you did, then give yourself a pat on the back and know that better is coming. But you just have to stay consistent. We all go through those times. My biggest struggle is to keep myself motivated and focused no matter what is going on in my life. Anybody know what I'm going to say to that? Anybody want to guess? Anybody have any advice for that? Yes, the fortune is in the follow-up.
Jazz,
Anybody?
I'll say something to that.
Okay.
I know something Jazz would say. Jazz would say, think about the fact that you're going to get up and you're going to go work that job that you work for somebody else no matter what. So you still need to keep working your business that same way. Life is going to happen. It happens to all of us. And this is not to, come down on anybody, but it literally does. Like, you can't, everything is not going to be going right in your life all at once. Like, so many pastors preach about this, so many sermons I hear, and it's just like, you could be doing very well in one season in your finances, but then your relationship might be jacked up, or you might be doing really well in your business, but then you might not, have a relationship. So it just depends on what God says you need in that season, but no matter what, you should still keep on pushing for your goals. So yeah, that's one thing I think you might say.
It's funny. That is something that I would say. Another thing that I would say that I've already said tonight is that whole self-development piece. You have to let it be a daily non-negotiable every single day. When you do that, you'll keep yourself up. I was going through a really, really hard time around Christmas time, right after Christmas, right before Christmas, right around that time. Y'all, was a very dark season. But when I tell you all daily self-development, that early morning time with God, I never gave up those two things, and I know that is what kept me sane during those last couple of weeks of December. I don't know what I would have done without it, like seriously. So really pouring into yourself. Another thing, when we were on Cammie's call, she talked about burnout. She talked about when you're just tired and you're just feeling like you have nothing left. And, all of that means that you are not taking care of yourself. Your cup is completely empty and you need to do something to fill your cup up. So self-development, making sure you're taking care of yourself. Y'all have a almost 44-year-old brother that's like a big kid. Like, he literally just came in here like looking at me like, are you done yet? I want to play with you. So funny. So is that right? Sorry, wait, we need to Okay, let me stay focused. Okay, so yeah, make sure you do your self-development, you guys. Okay, self-development is key. Again, got to make that decision. And like Leontine said, she just said a mouthful. What we have to realize is that life is going to happen. Many times we say, well, if something happens. No, it's not a matter of if. Like, life is going to hit, and sometimes it hits hard, very, very hard. But you have to stay focused. You have to understand that it's temporary, and you don't want to make permanent decisions based off of temporary circumstances. Okay, you want to make sure you stay focused and continue to do what you need to do, because I know that every single one of you are not here on accident. Like, you're here for a reason, and the same priority that you give other things in your life, you want to give your business that same precedence. Okay. Thanks, Whit. I started reporting consistency, balancing life and my business. And that's it. And know that balance is something a lot of people say you never get. You just have to work with how life goes and understand the different seasons in your life. Right now, this is a season of sacrifice with our business. We're going to work a little bit harder this season than in any other season. And we have to think about what we're willing to sacrifice during that time. Maybe it's every Saturday night you go out with your friends and you hang out, but maybe this month you only do it once or twice instead of every single Saturday. Or maybe it's that you watch, like me, I love Ratchet TV. Maybe you watch Love and Hip Hop every Monday, but this month there's no Ratchet TV. There's none. Like, you need to work your business. So just remember that, you guys, so much can happen just from you making little sacrifices like that. Struggle with placing customers for rent, but after a conversation with you. So yeah, Latoya, make sure that you talk to your sponsor about anything with moves and placing customers. If you don't understand something, make sure you talk to her as well. Chelsea, I think I covered that. Everybody is having issues with balancing life and the business. Seeing that a lot. Balancing work and organization. So Nashika, one thing, my goal, it's not going to happen tonight because I clearly am not even at home yet. But my goal is to be in bed at 9:30. Sleep by 10:15-ish. Okay. Okay. So another thing I want you all to do tonight, someone did send this in a private message, is just to think about like where you are. What percentage would you give yourself as far as your efforts right now? If you feel like you're working at 70%, if you're going to join the 21-day challenge, we're doing like 120%. Okay. So I'm just telling y'all, I told somebody I was going into beast mode. She's like, oh my gosh, can't imagine beast mode. So we are going into beast mode. So if you want to join this challenge, I'm ready. I hope you're ready too. But tonight I want you all to really think about what would I grade myself? Like seriously, like honestly, what would I truly, truly give myself? And then think about where you want to go and then decide what is it going to take for you to get there. And I think that is it. Are there any other questions before we go? Access to the Google Drive. So the Google Drive link is in the announcements of the Dream Team page. You can see the link there. Feelings don't increase finances. Absolutely. How to get more followers on Instagram. Whitney's going to be doing a social media training. But yeah, there you go. January 7th, she's going to be doing a social media training. You can definitely check that out. But a really quick tip is to every day, again, follow people and make sure that your page is inviting. Me personally, I don't believe in private pages. My page is public on both Instagram and on Facebook. So I believe in keeping my page open so that when I engage with people, they can come back and see my page, and many times they'll follow me. I love commenting on people's pages who are really bright and bubbly and pretty. When you comment, if somebody comments on one of your Instagram pictures, most times you go and see who that person is, and you go and you do the same with theirs, or you'll at least follow them or something. So go into your stories, make sure that your stories are popping. Your story should not just be full of it works posts. It should be showing who you are. Your Instagram, again, we talked about the whole branding thing. You need to show who you are. If you do not know who you are still, it's okay. Take some time over the next couple of days. You guys have a lot of stuff to work on over the next couple of days. It's exciting to really figure out who you are. Like, what makes you happy? What do you have to contribute? What do you have to give to the world? What are you good at? What do you enjoy? And those are the things that's going to attract people to your page. But again, adding people to your page every day, posting consistently, having a nice, inviting page, and just showing who you are, those will be my top picks right off the top of my head. All right. So, all right, perfect. So thank you guys so much for hanging in there. I know we went a couple of minutes over. I'm really, really excited about what's to come. I just know so many things are about to take place for you guys. Remember to get yourself organized, get your charts printed, get them filled out. Even if it's not the way that you may want it to look, you need to do it and get it done so that you can know exactly what it is that you need. And remember to attach yourself to your team, and remember why you're here. You're here to serve. We're also going to have some little small sporadic trainings here and there. I may do them live on the team page, or we may do them via Zooms, but just basic things like communicating as a leader with your team, communicating with your customers, different leadership things. We'll do things like that. We'll just talk about like things that are common sense, but not so common for everybody, because common sense looks very different from person to person. So we'll talk about different things like that, just to kind of help you all just be the best entrepreneurs that you can be. So if you have any suggestions on things that you want to see, anything that you feel like we need to do, send me a message. I'm all ears. I would love to get some input from you all. And I hope you all have a great evening. I thank you all so much. Are there any other things before we go, before we pray? Who's going to be joining in on this 20-day challenge?
I am.
All in.
All right. I love it. No other questions? Oh, look at all of these amens. Okay, y'all. See y'all. I'm telling y'all, I'm not going to let y'all slip.
You about to take us through the ringer, y'all.
I am not. Don't scare them away. Tell Trinita. Tell Trinita what? Trinita gonna be in there too. I don't think she put anything here yet. She's gonna be on the 21-day challenge. Okay, there she is. All right, y'all. So let's pray everything out really quick. Anybody feel led to pray?
I'll pray.
Okay.
Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you